I've been thinking about not only the situation with Jesse Ridgway and his wife lately, but also for the lady that took the abortion pill on camera during her gender reveal because she did not like the gender of her baby. Sometimes I think we're living in the twilight zone. But then I started thinking, as depraved and disturbing as these decisions were, we as a culture should not be shocked. Sickened? Yes, but shocked, no. And here's why. When I tell you these things, I want you to stack them on top of one another. And when they accumulate, you'll see why we shouldn't be shocked. This generation was taught that we are nothing more than animals. We are not made in the image of God, that the Bible has been disproved by science, and that we randomly evolved as an accident with no inherent worth, that we make our own value. Since this generation now thinks that the Bible has been disproved, we have seen the biggest decline of biblical values at the fastest rate in history over the past 20 to 30 years. Therefore, we live in a post-Christian society. Since we don't have a creator, we are officially our own God. When we make ourselves our own God, guess what the ultimate worship of ourselves is? Doing what makes us happy, doing what makes us feel good, doing what's best for us over others, doing what's most convenient for us at the sacrifice of others. Do you see where I'm going with this? Not only has this generation as a whole has worshiped themselves as their own God, but they have grown up in a culture where they have never known anything else except abortion being legal. They believe that abortion is a human right. They live in a world where there is a shout your abortion movement. This generation has also been told that, well, if the baby is determined to have a birth defect, then it's better off being terminated. They've never been taught that maybe, just maybe, somebody else higher than us defines what life is, defines when life begins and when life ends. And that maybe, just maybe, we don't have a say-so in that. But no, this generation believes they have the authority to make that decision. And the slippery slope has gotten even more slippery and will continue to. But here's the thing. When we make ourselves our own God, this kind of thing is to be expected. The Bible tells us that our heart is evil and deceitful above all things. We were born sinners. So when we lean into that sin, like the world tells us to do, because the world doesn't even believe in sin, but they tell us that those desires of our heart are good and to lean into them, this is what's going to happen, because our heart is evil until we come to know Jesus, until we are born again, until he cleanses us from our sins. This is sickening. This is sad, but this is to be expected in a generation, in a culture that we're in right now.